Are you the off-road diesel gatekeeper or something?
Come on, big boy.
Oh, now it's starting to rain.
Well, it got a little dicey there on the hill, but I made it out. Come on, buddy. Good morning. I've already been to the feed mill this morning. I need to unload one of these pallets here. I'm out of feed for my kids, so I need to get that off so I can run over to the neighbor, feed the kids, and then pick up the dogs. I ended up doing all my vaccinations over at the neighbor's house the other day and deciding to leave the kids there a little bit longer. The morning I was gonna start taking them, we had a whole bunch of rain overnight. If I pick up my kids, I can't get my car up to where I have a pen set up. I just decided I'll leave them there. It was really windy yesterday, so it's drying up a little bit, and it's supposed to be clear today, but tonight, tomorrow night, and the night after now, there's like a 60% chance of rain. So I think I'm just gonna start bringing them home now. My neighbor's gone most of the day today, but she said she's around this afternoon to give me a hand and help me. I'm not gonna be able to like catch them all by myself. And even if I can, I don't have enough room in my car. I'm gonna have to make several trips. My biggest problem is having somebody keep them in my car while my back hatch is open so I can catch more. So it's a two-person job. I can't do it myself. Otherwise, every time I open that hatch, kids are gonna leap out at me. I got just a bunch of feed to unload and then this tote. By the end of the day, my replacement Dolings will be out of feed, so I'm gonna need to fill their feeder, do some switching around. We've just been in like survival mode here for a while with all these projects going on. But we moved our goat bunk into place yesterday. So now that is out of that space, which means I can rearrange and organize everything. And this is really starting to come together, our building project here. So we moved the bunk into place. This is just like a bunk we made out of scrap wood when we first moved here, and it's not the prettiest thing, but you know what? It's working just fine for us. So we're gonna keep using it. We're working on just getting this space done for now. We just have to put something here to block off that space, but we have our gate installed down there, got the garage doors in. This will come out of here yet. And we're gonna just put cattle panel up here for now, and then we've got this door here. This has to all get cleaned out yet. I haven't had does in here for almost 2 months, but I gotta get it cleaned out. And then this bunk will get turned and go out there. And then that pen will be extended to that post there. So that'll be a pen. And then we're gonna have a pen from here to here. This will end up being a new bunk. My husband just works so dang many hours that he's lucky if he gets 1 day a week, and he's got some jobs for hire that he has to get done yet this fall. So it's just, those are the priority. So I am gonna work on cleaning this up a little bit today. I wanna get a lot of this stuff organized and sorted over here, kind of get some of that cleaned out so that we can extend that pen. I'm gonna have those handful of does kidding in a couple of weeks. I kind of wanted to decide how I'm gonna organize this for kidding. It's only those few does kidding. Long story, if you haven't been here a while, I have a really small group. During breeding season, it got really hot. I had to combine groups. I wasn't seeing a lot of activity, and I just decided to piss on it and pull the bucks, and whoever was bred was bred. So we only had 4 from that group. This was kind of the group that I added to my calendar at the end of last year. So this is gonna be an extra group that I was starting. I'm going to have 20 replacement does to start breeding to add to this group. So this group will go from 4 to 25 in a real short amount of time. I'm sitting in the car trying to gear up to go to the gas station. My husband was gonna come home midday to get the truck, and I was gonna have him pick up some fuel for me, but I haven't heard from him, and everything I need to do needs the skid loader, so I need to get fuel. But I hate going there so much. So the off-road fuel isn't just pay at the pump, you have to pay inside, and they have to turn the pump on inside. So when my husband goes, they see him pull up and they just turn the pump on for him. I don't know. He said he never has a problem. But when I go, nobody turns the pump on. And then I have to go inside and say, can you turn the pump on? And they're like, oh, that's off-road diesel, right? Yup. That's why I'm here. Are you the off-road diesel gatekeeper or something? Why do I need to explain to you what I'm using it for? When my husband comes, they just turn the pump on for him. Makes me freaking crazy. Maybe I'll go and they'll just turn it on for the first time ever and not question me about what I'm doing with it. I've been avoiding it all day, but I've done everything I can without the skid loader, and I don't have anything left, so yeah. So the gas thing, it was fine. I just didn't go in to ask them to turn the pump on. I just stood there and waited until they turned it on. Oh man, I just ate a really big lunch. I feel sluggish. But I'm gonna fuel up and get to all this stuff that I've been putting off.
I'm about done with projects around here for the day. My neighbor texts me and she's home. So I'm gonna start taking kids from those does. I'll bring some grain and put it in the creep pen and then kind of lock them in there, and we'll load up what we can. Right now I've got this area set up that I set up last week. I've got a feeder with some creep feed in it. I've got our little old feeder that me and my son made like 10 years ago. I'm gonna put some hay in there, and then I need to bed down these totes that I just have 3 in here for now. I have 3 more that I could put in, but we're not gonna end up grabbing all the kids tonight. If I get 1 carload home, that'd be great. Maybe 2. We'll see. We're losing daylight like crazy, so it's getting dark so quick. So we'll see how far we get tonight, but I'm thinking I'll just get 1 load home. It'll probably take them a little while to figure out the totes and the shelters because they've never actually seen them. I got 1 load of kids in the back, and we have a whole nother load locked in the creep pen at the neighbor. That actually went really well, and more kids went in the creep than they normally do. So the neighbor's gonna see if she can get a few more in there while I'm gone. And I'm gonna bring a 2nd load home right away tonight, see if we can do it before it gets dark. And then I will pick up the rest of them in the morning, hopefully. It went pretty good so far. Guys, come on.
Okay, get. All right, load number 2. I think we got a dozen in here again. Go, come on guys. Get out of the way. Go, come on, yeah. Come on. Keep going. Good morning. I am just gonna head up to check on our little kids here that I brought home last night from the neighbor down the road. She said that the does were pretty vocal after I left, but by the time I got there to bring the dogs, they had all settled down quite a bit. So I've talked about this before, but I did fence line weaning for years. Because all the, university studies and everything say that it's less stressful and whatnot. And I think most of those studies are done with cattle. I don't buy it for goats. They just seem more stressed out. I find that out of sight, out of mind seems to work better. And I've been doing that more and more when I can. I wanted to get the kids home before I bring the does home. So the does will stay there about an extra week, and by then they should be settled down. Looks like they did figure out, uh-oh. How did you get out? How on earth did you get out? I bet that little guy snuck out of the corner of the car last night and went off to the side. He's sopping wet. I bet he was never in here with the rest of the group. Let me go get him. Come here, little buddy. Come here. Come here, sweetie. Were you stuck out there all night? Oh, actually, they ate quite a bit of hay. Looks like they figured out to go in the totes. I thought that would take them a while. I'm just going to double check, make sure there's no holes, but I'm sure that kid couldn't have gotten out anywhere else. I just want to do a head count here. We should have 5 left to bring home, but I want to count them up if I can. Hi guys. I am so proud of this kid crop. I tweaked a few things with the does nutrition and then with theirs, and what I'm doing seems to be working really well, because I think I'm actually going to keep 4 buck prospects out of this group, and then if I decide I don't need them, I'm just going to get rid of them. Some are from a 10-year-old doe, so I want to keep both of hers because she may never have more kids, right? And then some of these kids are from a buck that died, and so I want to keep several kids out of him, just in case for some reason one doesn't make it to adulthood or breaks a leg, or you never know. I guess I've had so many freak accidents and really weird things happen in the last year. I don't want to take the chance on losing some of these genetics that I'm planning on. So instead of saving 1 back from the genetics I want to keep, I'm going to save 2 and maybe use them to breed and then send them to market or try to sell them afterwards. I've got 5 more to catch while I'm there. I think I'll be able to do it by myself. The problem is keeping them in my car while I'm catching the next one. Surprisingly enough, they did not really try to jump out last night. The neighbor was there to help me. That was a huge help. There's no way I could have wrangled all those kids by myself. I think some of these guys are 60 pounds already at weaning, and they aren't even, I mean, some of these guys aren't even 80 days old. So I am super, super happy with that. I'm gonna have probably a small group to take to the auction barn this Saturday, and then another small group in 4 weeks. And then I think I won't have any for a while yet. We'll have to see how some of those grow. A really good portion of this last group was also does, and I'm keeping at least $4 out of that group as replacements. So I'm not gonna have many to take in again. After 2025, I have to start selling them. I've had really good luck with having big groups of doelings to save as replacements, but now I really need to start selling some because at some point I have to make some money. So while I have 4 of the 5 in the back of the car, there's one that I'll just nab whenever I can. I'm gonna leave the creep pen up over there so it's at least getting the grain it needs. I have to go back to get the dogs because I couldn't get them all in. If I can't get it when I grab the dogs, then I'll come back if my husband's home tonight. We'll grab that last kid. Well, we had some rain last night, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to drive to where I need, which is like why I didn't bring them home last week. Because I've been having to work around it being dry. So I think I'm going to have to just take them out one by one, walk through the mud, and bring them up there. I may run to the house and get some mud boots on quick. Well, actually, I made it up here. I'm not exactly where I want to be. Oh, I could probably back up a tad more. There's kind of a soupy hole over here that I didn't want to get stuck in, but I walked up and I was like, I could probably make it. I'm close. At least I don't have to carry them uphill 200 feet. Why do we have to drag this all along? Come on, big boy. Okay. Oh, now it's starting to rain. There was no rain forecasted for daytime today. All right, well, let's hope I can get out the way I want. Well, it got a little dicey there on the hill, but I made it out. It has dropped about 20 degrees. There's still some rain coming, and it's getting windy. Knowing that it's too soft up there, I think I'm not going to weigh it today because I'm just not going to be able to get the skid loader up there. I am going to drag 2 more totes in by those weanlings. That way they have enough shelter. And maybe tonight, if it dries out enough, I can weigh them. But I have a ton of paperwork to do with reorganizing my herd list and getting names assigned and getting all that data done. And this might just be a good day to do it. I hate it when it rains on and off because every time you start something, you have to quit what you're doing and switch gears. And it's just not efficient when you're constantly switching gears. We're actually having some nasty little storms blow through really quick. It was just hailing a few minutes ago. Alright, I got all my odds and ends done out here, and pretty much as far as I can get without doing stuff in the rain. So I'm gonna park my butt at the table for the rest of the day and enter the rest of the records. When my husband comes home, he was hoping to put some siding on there, but every time he's able to come home, it's like 25-mile-an-hour winds or raining. So it's supposed to clear up by this evening, but we'll see if it's wet or muddy. I'm not sure he's gonna wanna get on the roof or stand in the mud on the side. We'll see how his day goes.